Hey everybody, Chris Rucker with Allied Steel Buildings here. Want to take a chance on this nice cool day in Texas to take you guys on a quick tour through the factory. We've got a unique opportunity right here where behind me, you can see that the steel that we bring in through our receiving area is being pre-blasted right here. So all the mill scale, all the rust, all the dirt that comes in with the steel, let's face it, it's steel. It gets pre-blasted right here. And after it's done, it ends up looking just like this. So that's for two reasons. Number one, we have a lot of laser guided machinery in here that has to be very precise on how it's measuring for our quality control. Number two, we want a really nice environment for our employees. No dirt and rust and dirt flying through the air. We want everything coming through here to be as clean and pristine as possible. So this is one of my favorite machines right here. This is the Python X by Lincoln Electric. This allows us to be more than just a pre-engineered metal building company. We can do your structural steel projects as well. As you see here, we're taking hot rolled shapes in through the mill. We can do coping, mitering, beveling, special connection cuts, everything that's needed in a Class A structural building. So again, we're not just limited to your typical PEMB structures. We're doing both. Love this machine too. This is our Thor. As you can tell from the name, it's a big machine. This is our plasma table. 80-foot bed. We can cut up to 6-inch plate and simultaneously drill and cut at the same time. This is what we're gonna utilize to cut all the webs of your tapered frames, all the connection plates, everything that is eventually becomes an assembled beam. So after the Thor, after the plasma table, this is the finished result here. These are all the connection plates. These are where all your purlins and girts are connected to the actual tapered beam or wide flange beam. So we put them here on a pallet. Everything is organized per the projects, per the assembly piece. And we put them right here on this swivel table. This swivel table comes around like this. And now we've got our first robot over here, coming over, taking those pieces and putting them on the conveyor belt. So after they're on the conveyor belt, going into this Allied box here, everything is laser scanned for quality control, dimensional control, making sure that the plates are the right size, making sure that the holes are in the right locations. Comes over here, and at the end of this conveyor belt, that box right there has decided what's good and what's not. So if it's not good, if it doesn't pass quality control, it goes into scrap. If it is good, it goes to the next phase. So our sorting robot here then takes those assembly pieces and puts it on dedicated pallets. So these dedicated pallets are serviced by who we call the Roomba. That's the little guy right there, the red robot. He takes those pallets and communicates with the finish welders over there, and those finish welders tell him, okay, I'm ready for these assembly pieces, bring me that pallet. Goes through those doggy doors right there, goes down to the next section, and now we start to see some assembly happening. All right, so behind me, that's our beam line. What that's doing, it's taking the flanges, it's taking the web, it's bringing them through the auto welder, and it's slowly creating our tapered shape, your I-beam member. These I-beam members are then placed right here to get ready for the robotic welding, who then takes all the clips and everything that robot has sorted for us, and the Roomba's taken over to the finish welder. So let's go see that. All right, so we've made it to the first level of welding automation. Those beams that we made in the beam line, the plates and the clips that we made in the sorter that the Roomba brought over here, he's placed those pallets right there. This robot right here is then scanning those pieces and putting it on this conveyor belt. The assembly welder is then choosing which piece he wants to put on there, taking it over to that beam, and you can see on that beam right there with those vertical clips, or you can see him doing it right now, he's actually placing that clip exactly where it needs to be, exactly 90 degrees, exactly centered on the beam. So our finish welder, who's coming down right now, can actually measure that everything's okay, everything's exactly how it should be, everything checks out, let's weld. All right, so after we've done the initial welding right here on our first automated welding line, the finished beam comes over here and then is horizontally transported down to what we call Echo 1 and Echo 2. Those are actually the true finish welders. We don't want to do everything right here, finish everything right here because it could create a bottleneck. We want to do as much as we can right here, move the pieces to the next step, and then we have 2 welding stations over here that are gonna finish up everything for us. All right, so we've reached the end of the finished welding line. And you can see right here, these conveyors, when Echo 1 and Echo 2 are done doing their job, these conveyors take the beams over to here, and this is our human quality control. So at this point, every single plate, every single beam has been laser measured 4 or 5 times in some cases, but we don't want to take that for granted. Right here is our final human QC line, where our welding inspector and our quality control inspectors come in and make sure that everything is dimensionally correct and that they're happy with all the welds. Thanks for joining me today on this more in-depth tour of the factory. Look forward to having you guys here to do it in person. For Allied Steel, I'm Chris Rucker.